I don't want them watching this. Okay.
When this is over, we're going.
Okay.
What? I don't understand. What's up, everybody? This is the Unfaded podcast presented to you by Bandit Box, where we listen to you and ignore you all at the same time. This is episode number 78. I want to thank everybody out there for rocking with us once again. We're up here on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on the YouTube. About time, right? Say what's up to the people.
What's up, everybody? It's the LA Bailey back again, which they won. And I'm excited about this episode. I'm excited about all of them, but I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, we got a hot show for y'all today. We got Stacey, Miss Breezy, Gill, producer and director from Chicago, Illinois. She's going to be on the line with us. We also got a woman who sent 65,000 text messages to a man after only one date.
You heard that right.
All right. Did Tierra Marie leak her own sex tape? I know y'all heard about that. And we got some more changes with New Edition. And the University of Florida students forced off the stage during graduation.
Yeah, I saw that. We're going to delve into that a little bit more as we get to the show.
So what's been going on, LA? Tell the people what you've been up to.
A lot of church events this past couple of days. I had dance rehearsals and did a dance with some other great young ladies today at church. And I mean, it takes a lot out of you. Like being in church like about 5 days out of the week, that takes a lot. So kudos to those who do that every day.
Church stuff is a beast, right?
Right. But I mean, outside of that, everything is good. I got a little chance to take a little breather compared to last week, but it's still kind of hectic. And, you know, I thank God for the busyness though, because it could have been just real stagnant.
Right. So we also celebrated a birthday at this spot called Basque.
Yeah, the Basque.
The Basque Entertainment Complex. Right? It was an entertainment complex.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a cool trumpeter out there. What was his name?
I was trying to find the name of the band, but apparently they're all separate musicians that just kind of came together for that night. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Well, the main guy was Lynn Roundtree.
Yes.
Lynn Roundtree was the guy. But yeah, we had this thing. You ever had like pound cake?
But
it's like, what was it, like a bundt cake?
It's bundt cake. Mm-hmm.
But it looked like a cake. It was like a strawberry bundt cake kind of thing. It was so good.
It was a bundt cupcake.
Well, there was also like a red velvet cake, but they were trying to pass it off like it was like a big bundt cake, but it tasted like regular as red velvet cake to me.
Yeah, but I thought bundt cake was just a method, like how it comes out, like how it looks, because it has that like oval with the indents, you know. That's what I thought. I could be wrong because I am not a baker.
Yeah. Yeah, LA.
What? I'm not.
You don't have nothing else to say. Okay.
First of all, it was great. A matter of fact, what was the name? Oh, the name of the company that made the cakes was called Nothing Bunt Cake. I think you find them on Instagram as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nothing Bunt Cake. I thought the cake was really good, especially the strawberry cupcake, because I mean, not a lot of people can pass that off or make good bundt cakes. So I think they did really good. The entire event was nice. The band was like they killed on the stage. And I had a chance to meet the bass
they
player.
They played that Heartbreak Hotel song with the but there was the Jackson's version, not the Elvis version. There's no kicking ass bass line in that one. This one's like dun, 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 dun. The dude you was talking to was killing on the bass.
Yeah, his name is Rob White, and he's the head of the band called the White House Band. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he's been playing since he was 16 years old. Yeah. I mean, destroyed on the stage. And I love seeing musicians that are like honing on their craft and they're just good at what they do. And that they take it seriously. I mean, they really, really showed out. So, and happy birthday again to Terry. We celebrated her birthday that night. So shout out to you, Terry.
Miss Mac.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day. If we didn't say it already, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We do got an applause button.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like,
she over here doing the seal.
Shut up. What's up, Myron?
What's going on, Myron? So I'm trying to hit up our special, very, very special guest, Stacey Gill, trying to get her to come up in the room. But I did read an article the other day about how you're not supposed to. Well, let me backtrack. It was an article about a flight attendant who was telling all the secrets on things that you should and shouldn't do and things that they pay attention to and don't pay attention to. One of the things I thought was interesting was when a flight attendant comes around and they say, do you want some coffee or do you want some tea? This person said, say no.
Oh.
The reason they said say no is that they never clean out the water reservoir. They never fully drain it and clean it out. And that's why you never want to order any coffee or tea. Like, I'm surprised nobody's ever gotten sick.
Right. Is it because it's like warm?
It could be, but it's still nasty. Even if somebody tells you, it's clean, it's just green and or the water's brown. It's not bad for you. It's just got that brown color. Like,
so just stick to the ginger ale, like the canned sodas, maybe.
Definitely stick to the canned sodas.
And the chips.
And the other thing that was like when you ask for a blanket or a pillow, make sure it's in plastic.
Yeah.
They said like they give out those. I didn't know they did that. They give out the same like pillow and blankets at the same time. So they're like, the last person was in there using it, getting all their funk and stank on it.
That is just disgusting. Come on, airlines. But I mean,
they're trying to save money, no?
Right. They're like, listen, we already doing the job of flying you from one place to the other. Like we can't do everything. But that's still disgusting. They're supposed to change and clean everything in between flights, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I would assume, but I usually when I go on a flight, I get a ginger ale and some chips. And if I'm on JetBlue, I definitely get the blue chips.
JetBlue. What's that crappy ass airline that everybody clowns? Spirit.
Why do I know the name?
We take your Spirit airline.
We take your Spirit. Damn. We take your Spirit Airlines. That should just be their motto.
Right. Well, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and get into the drop for this week? Yes. The drop for this week is presented by none other than Closet18.com. Shout out to the people in the IG room.
Yes.
LA.
Yeah.
Go and take it away.
So Closet18.com, they are an amazing company that basically creates motivational apparel for your everyday wear to motivate your closet. So they create items like Faith Over Fear, Overcome Today, because guess what? Who doesn't need a t-shirt that helps them, do the things that they need to do? So what you can do is go to closet18.com and use the coupon code BANDEDBOX, that's BANDEDBOX, for 10% off the entire order. And there's also free shipping. I mean, who doesn't love free shipping?
Well, everybody loves free shipping.
So make sure you go.
Shipping ain't always free, but in this case, it is free. Oddly enough.
So closet18.com, Bandit Box, code for 10% off.
All right. So, oh, there we go. Praised by people held in high regard in the industry by the likes of Jay-Z, Andre 3000, and Lauryn Hill, Nick Grant's finally dropping his long-awaited LP, Dreaming Out Loud. Grant says the title of the album signifies his realization of how far he's come on his 10-year journey. All right, so the Waterloo, South Carolina MC released singles such as 96 Bullets, or excuse me, damn, that's a Freudian. It's 96 Bulls, not 96 Bullets, y'all. So it's 96 Bulls, Forever and Always, and The Switch Up. And as a and this is as basically a warm up for his forthcoming project. Matched up with producers Questlove, Mark Ronson, MF Doom, Prince Paul, and Memory, and Kenny Siegel, MC Paul Berman brings us his latest album called The Echo Chamber. The hip-hop MC Paul Berman, let me see, he's better known as, I guess, it's MC Paul. Was introduced to the world by De La Soul producer Prince Paul. He's been turning heads ever since then. Echo Chamber will be Berman's third studio album, which is a follow-up to his 2009 release, Thought Balloon Mushroom Cloud.
Thought Balloon.
The I Spy rapper Kyle's going to release his debut album, Light of Mine, with the support of a single called Playing With Me, featuring Kalani. Other expected features on the album include Khalid, excuse me. I Miss Me, and on the song I Miss Me, and 2 Chainz will also appear on there as well. All right, so hopefully the momentum from the 2017 breakout hit I Spy with Lil Yachty carries up. You know the song I Spy with my little, so that was a nice little summer hit. It was one of the hottest songs of the year, peaking at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, going 3 times certified platinum and cleaning up with 222 million views on YouTube, y'all. All right. Now here's one that's interesting. Now I know LA can appreciate this. 8-time Grammy Award-winning reggae artist Ziggy Marley has written, produced, and recorded his 7th studio album called Rebellion Rises. Ziggy also appears with Stephen Marley, Gideon Marley, and I'm going to mispronounce this, but is it Samil Kalanji?
Maybe.
I don't know. You know what that is?
He didn't look up with Damien?
Nah, he ain't hook up with Damon on this one. But all on select tracks on this 10-track album. All right. So Rebellion Rises is a follow-up to 2016 self-titled album, Ziggy Marley. Again, there's nothing like having live reggae music. So go and check out Ziggy Marley because he is going on tour this summer. All right, so that is the drop for the week. Hey, go ahead, check it out, do your thing. Go over to the Bandit Box page at Bandit Box, that's BNDEDBOX, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Tell us why you love it or hate it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the clip of the week. You want to go and bring this in?
Yes, I think that I might get you this time.
Oh, man.
I think I might get you. Like, listen, if I do, you take me to Red Lobster.
Dag. Okay. And you know how many times you lost? You talking about somebody taking you to Red Lobster?
I gotta try. So you wanna listen, guys, and Facebook and Instagram, you guys can guess too. But I'm really trying to see if I can stump like Mr. Shaywan over here. So we'll give it a try. Ready? You ready?
Take your best shot.
Oh, shade.
Ding dong.
Eddie's here.
Hey, my cousin. Oh my gosh. Brow's gone wild over here. I'm actually digging it. And what are you doing later?
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of seeing anybody else.
There. Oh, Brouch. Oh my gosh. Look, I don't know who you're seeing, but whoever they are, they don't have what this guy's got. Down there. You know what I mean?
All right, Eddie.
Yeah, no, it's a very good one. I should know. I installed it.
Oh, you had a peanut allergen?
Yes.
People really do that. Oh, that is hilarious. See the 28 documentary.
Okay. All right.
Why are you telling everybody about my surgery?
I don't think
What
I
am
know
I
this one.
hiding?
Hold
There's
on.
secrets around it? You don't think Catherine knows about this?
I
Catherine was
recognize
there
the
in the
voice,
room when I did this. She held the magnifying glass.
I did, and the tweezer.
You feel nice.
So I think I have gotten you.
Let me see. I think it's
Ding, ding,
Mm.
ding, 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 ding. Does anyone else have it in the room?
God, what's it? Okay, I recognize the name. I recognize that I haven't seen it in a really long time.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know. I don't know.
Take a guess.
Nah, I don't know.
Try.
I want to say it's one of them like superhero, not a superhero movie, but it's. I can't remember the name of it. I really can't. It's in my head, but I cannot remember the name of it.
So the name, let me see if anyone in Facebook and Instagram will get it. Can any of you guys guess what this movie is? I will give you 10 seconds to try.
I think she got me on this one this time, y'all.
10, 9, 8.
Before you go ahead, do you still count down or
6,
whatever? But
5, 4.
have you seen this
3.
movie?
Oh yes, 2, 1.
Okay.
You ready? It was called Just Go With It.
I've never seen it.
Too bad.
I've never seen it.
With Adam Sandler.
It sounded familiar though. It sounded familiar. I probably have seen it, like parts of it, but that part sounded so familiar, but I didn't know.
Oh, guys, I got one. I got one on Shay One.
You didn't remember the name of the movie?
I was excited. Okay, she's okay. I got one. I'm so excited.
Like looking at my notes.
I beat Shay One. Okay,
barely.
What? Don't be mad.
You couldn't even remember the name of the movie. You had to like look it up
First
again.
of all, don't even try to throw shade. Okay. In my game right now. Do not try.
Are you sure you've seen this movie?
Yes, I have. So anyway, our guest is here and we're going to be bringing her in. Do you want to bring this lovely woman in?
All right. So our guest is Miss Stacey, Miss Breezy Gill. She is the producer of many upcoming films. She had one film that is doing amazingly on YouTube, by the way. It's got over 1.5 million views.
Yes.
It's called A Part of the Game.
Yes.
All right. Let me see. She's also a publicist. She's got her own PR company.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing so much out here. She's got 3 artists. I think I saw a makeup artist on there. I saw a little bit of everything. So let me see if we can get her in here. All right. Say what's up.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
No.
You guys.
What?
I can hear you.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh, that is a what?
Hold on, let me try again.
All right.
I'm pulling over. Hold on.
She's like,
Look, I'm trying to kill 2 birds with one stone and drive and do this.
What?
What don't do anything crazy? Like,
right. I don't like. We need you here. Like, so make sure you're safe. Well, she can't hear us, so wait.
I've never did this before.
Oh, really? Well, where's your headset? She has a headset.
She's probably gonna need one.
Oh, right.
Okay,
so let's see.
She will be back, but you know what? We can go ahead and do one of our stories.
Yes.
How's that sound, folks?
Cool. Yeah, Myron, you didn't get it either.
Right. She didn't pull something out. I don't know.
He said it was right on the tip of his tongue. Yeah.
It's like I could almost see it in my mind, this clip, you know?
Yeah. Let's try this again.
Okay, we're going to try to bring in Miss Breezy.
And for the rest of you on Instagram, I just want to make sure, can you guys hear us? Just give a thumbs up or a heart or something to let us know that you guys can hear us. Can you hear us now?
See, it connects. I hear y'all in the beginning, but then I don't hear y'all no more.
What? Well, so are you using like the
I
Bluetooth?
can read lips though.
Let me
Very
see.
low.
Can't. Oh, you said we're low?
On my end, like I hear just a little bit. It's like very, very low though. I can't really hear.
Okay.
So should we
And
bring
there's
her?
no option on my thing to
So can we bring
try
her
to
in
bring
on
the volume
Google?
up.
Okay, 1 second, y'all.
We're gonna try to see if we can figure out somewhere out end, but I don't know. Are you using the I'm trying to see if you can read lips.
Is that better?
Is that better? No. Okay.
Try on there.
Try
There's a
on one.
little
It's almost like you're whispering.
nozzle. How about now?
Can you hear us?
It's getting a little bit louder,
What about now?
a little better.
All right. Are we there?
I can hear you. It's very low, but I can hear what you're saying.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna turn this all the way up.
All right. So the rest of y'all, listen. Yeah, it's all the way up on there.
Okay.
So, anywho, guys, if you missed the intro, this is the amazing Stacey, Miss Breezy, Gill.
Right? Let's better bring the applause.
Yeah, we got to do it again. All from the top.
All right, like she is out here like just
Destroying
doing
the
it
game.
big and just growing and just it's just a really amazing, and I just really appreciate the fact that you
Yes.
came in and wanted to chill with
Yes,
us for a
thank
minute.
you.
So
Thank
Thank
you.
Yeah.
so I just wanted to ask you, tell us from the beginning, like what got you started? Because was it a film? Was it family? Was it a friend? Like, what was it? Was like, yo, I gotta go in and I gotta do that. I gotta get in the films. I gotta go and get in the industry, and make it happen. So, what was that like?
It was my daughter, Little Breezy. Growing up, she did modeling. She won different competitions in modeling and dance. She did a little acting. She did basically everything you could think of in the entertainment industry. And growing up, I used to dance a lot. I was on every dance team, captain of the high school dance, and I just decided that like after I didn't go to school right away after graduation, I took off 9 years before I actually went back to college. But I went back for the music business and entertainment business, and I just wanted to dedicate everything to my daughter and open up companies that represented her. Her name is Breon, but she goes by Little Breezy. We call her Breeze for short. Easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl.
All right.
And I ended up naming the company Breezy Entertainment.
Okay.
So everything from Breezy Films, Breezy Entertainment, Breezy Performing Arts Academy, Breezy Diamond House, my modeling group. Every year I launch something big, and it has something to do with my daughter. And just trying to show her as a woman out here, not only in Chicago, but an African American woman in the industry, that you can be successful and show her different ways and positivity of going to school, getting degrees, just being successful out here, and I wanted her to show her that. So I started all these companies based around her.
That is amazing.
That is, yeah.
I don't think I've ever had someone like go in and start for that reason. And I think that deserves like kudos to you, because you're not just thinking about, yourself and your future, but you're thinking about the future of your daughter. And so that way you can leave something to her, that legacy that will continue, that hopefully she will also continue too. So
I love it, because
it
seems like you went like a step further. Because when I think about other moms in the industry, like you got Usher's mom, you got Brandy's mom, Sony Song, right? And they just kind of just went straight management, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go into all of these. I'm gonna represent other people. I'm gonna learn how to, really learn how to do this in all sectors, because by being in all those different areas with PR and the makeup thing and just everything that you're doing, right? It opens up a way wider net.
Yeah.
To connect with even more people. So shout out to you for that, because
thank you so much.
That is amazing.
Man, I thought I was out here doing something. I'm gonna have to.
She said, "Get your weight up."
Step my game up. I'm here trying to lose weight and eat right. And that's it.
So
I'm still trying to lose weight too, girl.
She out here got like multiple companies. I'm just like, damn,
Right.
I'm trying to work this t-shirt thing. But like, congratulations.
Yeah.
I really love it. Like, that's so
Thank you.
inspiring.
yes, it is. So you said after 9 years, you
Right.
decided to go back to school. I remember before I went to college. I remember my grandma. She was like, "Nah, you need to go like right away. Don't take a break because you kind of get out the rhythm." At least that's what she
Right,
told me.
you
You
do.
got out of the rhythm of basically being a student. So what was that like going back
Yeah.
to school? Like what
It
was?
was so hard. It was so hard because, like, I graduated in '97. I said I was going to take a year off and I was going to go to school for dance. And then I just ended up getting a job, moving out on my own. And then, you know what I'm saying? I had my daughter in '99. And then everything from that day forward was just about her. So I had to survive as far as taking care of my household, raising a newborn, going to work, and just stay. And then by the time she was 7 years old, it was just draining me because of the fact that I felt like that I wasn't doing nothing really with my life. And I'm very big on education. So I asked her father, who was living in California at the time, to move back to Chicago and be a full-time dad and take our daughter in so I can go to college full-time. I can go to work full-time. And he did it for me. The following month, he moved back home. She moved in with him and been living with him ever since 2006. And even though I see her every day and she lives 10 minutes from me, it was just more convenient for me to be able to start a company, go to school full-time, work full-time, and have him there being a full-time dad. Usually it's the full-time mom.
Yeah.
So he helped a lot in my career with being able to do that and go to school for 2 masters. And it took me 9 years to do it, from 2006 to 2015. But he was there every step of the way to help. So that helped a lot,
That's another one.
I'm
Thank you.
She like the DJ Khaled of business,
right.
here.
And another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah, I
Dang.
feel it.
No, I mean, you know how sometimes you might not see how amazing something is, but like
Because you're so close to it.
right,
and you're in
right.
it.
But just hearing this right now, I'm like, the mind blown commercial where it like blows up the person's head. Like that's
Yeah.
how I feel listening to you. It's
Wow.
like you're breaking every like barrier. Like, oh, if you don't go to college right after school, you take a break, like you're probably not going to be successful. Or you got, what you said, 2 masters?
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
masters. So what if it was 9 years? Like you got 2 masters.
Yo,
like,
I gotta ask you this one simple thing. What was the diet like? Because you gotta have so much energy at a consistent basis to keep, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be like, all right, after a long day of work, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna study for like 2 hours, and then 2 hours after that, I'm gonna go and work on this business.
right.
And then after
On
that,
one of the businesses.
right.
It was very, very hard, stressful. I was going to South Suburban College from 06 to 09, and 3 months before I graduated, my mom passed away. So to be the first child to go to college and get a degree, and my mom wasn't alive to witness it, hurt a lot. And at the same time, my dad was dying. So he was able to see it. She passed in January of 09. He passed in August of 09. But I graduated that June of 09. So he was able to see it. And that's what went, made me feel like I had to just keep on going because I was ready to give up. And I'm also a stroke survivor. So I've had 2 strokes, one in 09 and one in 2013. So it's just like God put me here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm conquering everything that's thrown at me. So I just feel like I just can't stop. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep on going and just praying to God and just helping me through this path and this journey that I'm going through right now.
Wow. That is amazing.
So play this part out for me. You graduate out of school. Now I don't know if you were like interning or already, I don't know, like did you work under somebody else at first, or were you like, nah, I'm gonna go straight for it, I'm gonna learn 2 feet in and just go?
I just went I actually went to Moraine back in 2005, Moraine Valley for one semester, and I literally like just gave up. I'm like, no, this is too much. I got a D. What? So I took a year and a half off, and I'm like, no, go back, Stacey. So when I first started back, it was hard going back to school, but then I just kept pushing myself, and I just learned everything on my own. It was a lady named Mrs. D with VA Productions who I had talked on Facebook doing management out here in Chicago, and I kind of like got under her wing for about 6 months. But with the teaching that I was learning at the time, it taught me a lot because, like, you know, when you go to your associates, it's really your gen ed, you know. So I just got an associates in liberal arts, but I went to Columbia for my bachelor's in music business, which really is where I learned a lot. And then I got my 2 masters in entertainment business and public relations out of Full Sail University in Florida. And that school is excellent. I would recommend it to everybody. And I really just like, I'm really big on knowledge and education and reading. So I just Google a lot. I search things. I read books. It's a lot that I do to put that knowledge in my head. And I'm just a self-starter. And I learned from my daddy, who was a master plumber. And he always taught us business and stuff. So I just took that advice, you know what I'm saying, from my dad and my parents, what was instilled in me, and also what I learned through college. And I just say, all you can do is try. Either going to work or it's not. And so far, thank God it's been working for it.
Wow.
Right. Well, shout out to you.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, from one alumni to another, because I went to Full Sail too, so.
That's what I was like.
For entertainment business.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yep. And I went for, recording. So, excellent school. The campus is incredible. Like, you wouldn't believe
and
it.
See, I went online, so I wasn't able to experience the campus. I was mad about that.
But go down there. If you just walk around outside, I just want to say this: it's like a movie set.
Wow.
Like, they got buildings that are like a movie set. It's ridiculous the way the campus is laid out.
Wow.
They got the wrestling thing down there in the arena, and just real amazing stuff happened down there. They had some celebrities while I was there. They came down, did some interviews. It was real cool.
So you mentioned that you went to school to study the entertainment business and things like that, and you studied under someone for some time. Now, did you find it easy to get into that business, especially being a woman, a Black woman? What was that like? Like, were there any?
It was very, very, very hard because when I launched my company in 2009, because it would make 10 years in February, but when I launched it in 2009, even though I was under her, I'm just the type of person that everybody don't do your business the way you do your business, and everybody don't have your vision the way you see your vision. So she was managing artists, and that's what I was going under at first, was art management. So I managed artists in Chicago, like Beads. I've worked with Leo CD. I've dealt with just different type of artists, period. I've, done PR work for people. And it's like, at the end of the day, when you're a woman, they're going to try you as far as sex goes, as far as wanting you to do certain things. But I've always stood my ground. Like, when I even started my Breezy Diamond Dolls, I managed over 50 models out of Chicago. People were calling me a madam. They were saying I was an escort service. And all my women were professionals. Like, you cannot even be a model of mine unless you had something going on in your life. I had girls that was police officers. I had nurses. I had forensic science people. I had people who spoke foreign languages. Like, I'm a teacher too, a special needs teacher. So I had teachers on my roster. So it wasn't just like, oh, any girl can come. And I gave, with my girls, they was all different sizes, all different ethnicities. Because everybody don't like the same look. So when I really started out, that's what was hard, because I launched a company in 2009, but 2010, I launched my Diamond Dolls. And that's what really got me on the map as far as out here in Chicago, because everybody was looking us for red carpets and music videos and this. But, you come in contact with some girls, they see a celebrity or whatever, they will, okay, so I would have to eliminate them out the group because of the fact that it started giving me a name as if I was an escort. So trying to overcome that after 2 or 3 years of doing that, then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, this got my foot in the door, but now that's not where I want to be, dealing with models all my life or just managing artists. So, and then just dealing with what comes with dealing with an artist. I got this company not only to show my daughter what you can be, I got this company because I want her to know how you can make money and be successful as a business owner. So being a manager is kind of hard to really make money because, if they don't have a following out here, you know what I'm saying? You're building these artists up, but yeah, you got meetings, you got your networking, you're sitting down with people, you're using your cell phone as business, but yet no money is coming in if they ain't got a following and people booking them. So I walked away from that after 3 years. And since 2013, I've just been pushing the movies, TV shows. The company me and my daughter opened up and just focusing on other things now.
Right. I started out in management a little bit myself. And after a while, you're kind of like, I'm going to have to start getting my own kind of assets and my own, your own thing.
Right.
Because sometimes as a manager, you're more passionate about their stuff than they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the difficulty comes in. So that's really crazy. Like, that kind of experience.
But
did you have something?
So no, I was gonna say I had the opportunity to watch one of your movies. Like,
yes, we both watched.
I was just like, ooh. Like, I mean, I was watching it, but I was watching it with a proud way because I was just like, oh my gosh, like she did that. Like all of that.
Thank you.
Like we're watching with the angles of the camera. I'm like, I know she did that. Like she was like
that one. So the way that went, I had a vision, like, you know what, I want to go into the movie because every year I did something different. Because I didn't know, once I graduated in 2015, I said, okay, you went to school to learn every aspect of the entertainment industry, TV, film, radio, management, stuff like that. But what is it that I'm really going to push? So I said, after I graduate, I will figure it out. So every year I did something, whether it was having a performing arts academy or the following year doing a movie, the following year doing a reality show. So when I came up with the idea for the movie, it was one night I woke up, I just had a vision of how I wanted to go. And I put it on Facebook, like, who knows somebody that's a script writer? And somebody tagged Nicole Washington in it. And I contacted her, didn't know who she was, didn't know if she could write or anything. She said she's done some movies, but never seen anything of hers. And I loved her aura. And she saw when I was telling her my vision. I'm like, I've never wrote anything before. I'm not a writer, but I'm curious, saying, are you interested? I told her exactly what I wanted. And within 6 weeks, she had a movie for my birthday in 2014. Okay. She had the movie sent back to me. And it was exactly what I wanted it. I did about 25% of the editing and writing of the script, and then she did like 75% of it. But when it came to filming, Alvin Elmore with Dark Mirror Films filmed it. He had never did a movie before. He shot over 300 music videos for artists out here. But I'm like, you got to step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go ahead and shoot this movie for me? It was funny because he was like, yeah, give me 10,000. I said, boy, stop. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you no 10,000 for something that you ain't never done. You help me, so I can help you. So he basically, we talked numbers or whatever. I hit him with some money. And then that's when we sat there and I helped direct. Never took up directing, never took up editing, never took up producing, never took up writing. But when I have a vision, I know how I want it to look on camera. So, you know what I'm saying? But, and I did not know it was going to be as successful as it was with over 1 million views. I actually had distribution deals offered to me, but, some are good, some are bad. I turned down. But it was just like, oh, my God. So now with the new movie that I got coming out, A Promise That Was Broken next Sunday, is very dear to me because I wrote that myself. I decided to take time out a year ago and actually write it all by myself with no help. I participated more in the editing this time as an assistant editor. I did all the producing, all the directing. So that's why I'm a little, this movie is more dear to my heart. Even though the first one I loved, this is my first one. This one is more dear because it's a love story. It's a chick flick kind of. But
Thank you.
I'm just curious to see the feedback from me writing my own first movie. So.
Yes.
Well, it looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks good. Because
Thank you.
we played the trailer. Those of you on Facebook, we played the trailer at the beginning of the stream. So on the playback, if y'all skipped around, go ahead and I'm looking at the wrong camera. If y'all skipped around, go ahead and rewind. It's at the beginning of the show. We might run it again back at the end though.
Okay.
So I mean, for those of you that are listening and watching right now, I just want, especially in Instagram or whatever, I just want you to hear the voice and remember that this is what dedication sounds like. This is what it is. So if you say that you may not have all the experience, but if you have a vision and you go after it with all your heart, your strength, and consistency and everything, it can happen because you are living proof that if you put your mind to it, it will happen. I mean,
and I mean
inspiring.
the action.
Yes,
is I admire that the most above anything. It's like I'm listening to you talk, and you say, "Oh, I wanted to do this," and boom, there it was. You know, and then the next thing, boom, there it is. So shout out to you because a lot of people don't take a whole lot of action. They have a lot of ideas, but you're like, okay, I need a script. You know what I mean? Anybody know a script writer?
Right. And you know what I love? That the first time, you said you haven't written a script before. So you reached out to someone, you gave opportunities to other people that probably were not as known. But then now you're like, oh, I have an idea of how this works. You know what? Let me try it because I have a vision in my head and I think I can do this. And you went ahead and did it.
Right. And that's what my company is based off of, is giving opportunities to people. Like I like to work with people from the ground up. I don't like to have everything and then people want to come in after all the work is done. So I like to help. Like if I see people and be like, look, you done over 300 music videos. Is this all you're going to do? You know what I'm saying? You need to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you do a movie? I want, like I say, you help me, help you. You know what I'm saying? We help each other. And I'm all about networking, all about helping people get to that next level. And that's what my company represents. So it's like when I found her, it was like, it just like we meshed so well. So it ended up working out in the end.
It kind of reminds me of Issa Rae. When she was talking about when she was coming up, she was saying that a lot of people try to network up instead of across.
Right.
And that's exactly what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing. Because I can tell you're on your way. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're a big fan of Shonda Rhimes, who is a Chicago native. All right. Now, tell me about that. Like, why do you look up to this woman so much? I could guess why. I got some reasons myself, but
it's just simple. It's in a nutshell. Being out here from a native of Chicago, an African American woman, she's breaking all types of boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And just like I did with my magazine article with Rolling Out, like I told them, at the end of the day, this woman has all these shows back to back to back on a Thursday night, from How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, to Grey's Anatomy, all these shows, and they good. Okay, they're not like, okay, one of the 3 shows are good or whatever. It's like all of them. Netflix deals. And she's just breaking boundaries that I just want to do. That's what my company represents. That's what I want to do. And then she's giving people opportunities left and right. And that's what I want to do, like with my company. And I just think she's awesome. Like, they told me, give me 3 people. And I was like, I'll give you one. Shonda Rhimes. Like, it's so it's just like, I look up to women. Like, there's many women out here breaking boundaries, but that's just one of my favorites.
Yeah. Shout out to Shonda Rhimes. She just cut a deal for $100 million with Netflix. So if you want to see some new Shonda Rhimes stuff, get yourself a Netflix account because she's about to load up.
Secure the bag. Like, she needs like several bags.
And shout out to Netflix.
Okay. She need more than a bag.
Right. She need a dump truck, a couple dump trucks.
Yeah.
All right, but shout out to Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, because hey, I hope to see some of your stuff over there. You know, get yourself a deal over on Netflix, because either that or Amazon Prime. Because there are a lot of online places with a whole lot of money willing to put, some crazy budgets out there. I saw something else as well on who was this other actress? Not actress, producer. I think it's Ava DuVernay. I'm probably saying it
Ava
wrong.
DuVernay, Lord.
DuVernay.
Ava DuVernay.
Yeah. So
DuVernay.
Yeah. So she just did A Wrinkle in Time, $100 million budget.
Yeah.
So this is like the Black female renaissance. All right. And then we're not even at the peak of this thing.
Not even. I am so excited for you, man. Like, I feel so like when we're done here, like, I just want to be like, man, let me go work on something. So
everybody listen going, I need to get to work on what I'm doing. But I want to take you back a little bit too. You did a reality show, right? Called, The Hungriest Rapper. All right. Tell me how that came together. And was that the very first thing that you did, or was that Like, what time did that place?
That was the first. I did that in 2011. The very first one. Once again, like I love reality TV. So like Mona Scott Young is one of the other people I would put it like this. Mona Scott Young, like what it represents. You know, some people be like, how can you look up to Mona Scott Young and the type of stuff that she portrayed? For me, I'm a type of person like, you know, I look deeper than just that. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact of you have a whole conglomerate of different type of reality shows, and I love reality TV. So I wanted to do reality TV as far as Hungriest Rapper because of the fact that when you look at these competitions, it's always American Idol, it's The Voice, all these singing competitions. It's like, besides making the band and whatever that other show was, it was a rap show, it's like even a Sisterhood of Hip Hop. It's not a competition, it's just they're covering their lives. So I'm like, they don't have nothing for rappers, you know, so that's all I deal with, you know what I'm saying? So I gave the first interview, the first Hungriest Rapper season 1, I did a $10,000 cash and prize. We had Young Buck come out and announce the winner.
Okay.
Mercy, which is now my actual best friend right now, she was the winner of season 1. But it was just like giving different competitions. Like it was blood, sweat, and tears. Like I had them running down 71st, like how Diddy had them getting cheesecake. But the concept was like every letter in the word hungriest represented something. So like the letter H, for example, they had to come up with a theme song for the reality show that would play every day. Gill was Unforgettable. I would put them in the studio as a team, and they would have to come up with a song dedicated to all the artists that's passed, like Biggie, Tupac, Left Eye. And then N was for networking, G was for grind. They had to go out on the street with the grind bag I gave them and try and get rid of everything in that grind bag and whoever has the most money. You know, to sell yourself because you can't make it big if you ain't out there marketing your own self. So everything went back and forth until like every letter represented something until we got to the end where it was a full-blown concert. I gave them all full-blown makeovers. Like they could not look like what they looked like when they stepped foot up in that first day. So, you know, I just did that. I'm actually pitching the idea to BET because they're looking for different concepts. So I actually have some concepts going on with them for the Hungriest Rapper and also the Hungriest Songwriter because there's no competitions out here for songwriters. So I have that. So right now I have that going on with BET that I'm working back and forth with. So hopefully one of these projects and many projects I'm doing gonna pop.
It will.
So I can grab that bag.
Right, a couple bags.
Yes.
Wow, I love it.
So, are you keeping up with any of the rappers from the show?
Mercy, like I say, Mercy is one of my best friends. Majority of them, I actually put them in like the second season that I did. Jay Cash is in it. He's actually the lead character in my movie. Meezy was up in there, and me and Meezy talk all the time. It's like I like to help them go to the next level. That's only a stepping stone, you know what I'm saying? For whatever they come with, it's always like opportunities. Like today, I said some of the people that I used to talk to before, Gill Talent Agency, one of the biggest talent agencies out here, is having an open casting call on May 26th. So I'll reach out to some people that may have been in a part of the game and let them know, like, even though we haven't talked in a while, if there's any opportunities that come around, here you go, I'm going to let you know. So yeah, I always make sure I have opportunities for people.
Yeah. I love
that. I work there when we just do a show.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, because I know we're running a little low on time, but tell us a little bit about some of the people like that you represent. I know one of the people you represent at the agency, the LLIG PR agency, right? I got it right. You got Sandy Red.
Yeah, Sandy.
Yeah,
she's dope. I've seen a couple of videos, her YouTube videos.
That woman can sing,
man.
She's literally texting me right now. I'm like, Sandy Red pops up on the screen, okay?
And then I saw John Blue.
Right,
I saw like a couple of videos of his. And then you got Miss Shaka Colton, is that right? Miss Shaka Cotton.
Shaka Cotton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is interesting because that's a makeover specialist. That's why I said with the makeup and stuff. So, with all of that, is the dynamic so different between those two when doing PR, or is it like you just always stepping into a completely different world when, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to makeup and say the music part?
Well, when it comes to whatever, when I'm dealing with management or PR, they kind of go one and the same because I'm always the type of person that somebody I'm playing multiple hats. Even if I'm hired to be a manager, I'm playing PR, I'm playing social media guru, different stuff. She does my hair, she does my makeup. And then I have two other clients, Tanya with Wire Design Boutique. She's my stylist, and then also One Hour One Productions, which is a visual media marketing and production company. All of them, they're all different. I don't like to have two of the same people. Like John Blue, you won't ever see right now while I'm dealing with John Blue, you won't see another artist on his same level because I don't want the stuff right now. Like I got John Blue as my male R&B bully artist. Sandy Red is my rock soul artist, female. And then you got Shaka, which is no longer Shaka Sheer Beauty. She's opened a beauty college and called Beulah V. Beauty Institute right there in Madison, right on Lincoln Highway. So when it comes to anything, when a grand opening happens, I'll be covering all that, getting the media out there. Same thing with Wire Design Boutique. If they're having a fashion show or anything going down, they hire me to handle that. And then with One Hour One Vision Productions, like they're shooting stuff for WGN right now, and they do more on the corporate higher, like commercials and stuff. So anything that they need me for, they just PR work. I walk completely away from management, fully publicist for these clients. But it's not hard or nothing when it's just just whatever they need, they know they got that I got their back.
Okay. I feel you on that. I have a feeling you're probably gonna circle back around to management once a couple of things get popping where it makes sense. I see you going back to that, but it's got to make sense.
Right. She ain't
got to make sense to do that. But I want to ask you about A Promise That Was Broken. All right, it's gonna be in theaters. I think was it May 20th? Okay, I think we lost her. So we'll bring her back in. But yeah, so far so good. Everybody really enjoying this interview.
Yeah. I mean, she is
amazing.
I didn't think it was that amazing. Like, I mean, she's dope. Like, two masters. Produce film.
Right. So those of y'all that are just joining us on probably on YouTube and on Instagram, we have the wonderful and amazing Miss Stacey, Miss Stacey, Miss Breezy, Gill, on the show with us. We're just wrapping up the last part of her interview. Let's see if we can get her back in here. All right, just waiting to get her back in. But yes, but anyways, y'all, she's got her movies coming out. It's called A Promise That Was Broken. It's going to be in theaters May 20th. I'm going to try to get her back on, find out where exactly the film is going to be playing. If it's going to be all over the place, we'll let you know. But in the meantime, go ahead and follow her on Instagram, on Twitter at Breezy Dolls. That's BreezyDolls. All right, hold on, y'all. Okay, so let me see here. Well, I guess we'll keep moving forward. Because LA's looking at me like, keep going. And I'm trying.
Oh, here we go. Maybe she might
okay, let's see if she'll pop in.
Ooh,
okay, there we go.
I know it was just completely frozen. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No.
I just had one more question for you, or at least two more things. A Promise That Was Broken is going to be in theaters May 20th, right?
Yeah.
And where can people go and see that? Is it going to just be in the Chicago area, or are you going to spread it out some more?
So what I'm doing first is the first official screening, and that's a week from today at the Cinema Entertainment Theater, 3330 West Roosevelt Road in Chicago. And the red carpet is from 5 to 6, and then the movie premiere is like 6:30 to 8:30, and then it'll be a 30-minute Q&A panel with Nikita Nikki from the TV show The Love for Ron, where we'll talk to the cast. they'll talk to me, and then I'm making a big announcement that day of my new company that I'm launching this summer. And it's 250 capacity, but it's sold out. So that's the only day that they'll be doing it right now because I'm in midst of talking for a distribution deal. So while that's going on, I can't premiere it anymore after next Sunday. And I can't release it anywhere while that's going on for right now. So next Sunday is the only day as of right now.
Okay. Are you gonna have 2 showings at least, or just the one?
Just the one.
Just the one.
250 sold out, baby.
Man.
See, now she's just showing off.
Right.
I'm happy. I was like, oh my God. And then I have enough to see, like, people keep asking. I'm like, dang, do I want to take the money? Or do I want to, like, because they ain't going to have no seats to sit in when they get there. I said, let me stay professional so nobody will talk about me. But I'm like, I'm overjoyed with all the support.
Yes.
So that's why I feel like it's a little bit more pressure, you know what I'm saying, for me. So.
Well, I wish you the greatest of luck with this. I mean, no, forget that. You already got the universe in your favor. Like, so forget that. Like, I mean, I think you're gonna go very far with this kind of consistency. Like, nothing is gonna stop you. And you got a fan from me.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be
huge fan.
And we'll be watching.
Yes.
Hey, put us on the press list. All right.
Yes.
We got you over here.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Send us anything you got that you want to get some shine to, and we got you over here. All right.
Yes.
But thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
She's like, thank you.
Well, if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day, or happy Mother's Day to your mother.
All right.
To my mom.
To my mom. Yeah. To the moms. I hear the moms that are listening.
Right.
Oh, you know what? Before you go, is there anything else? Got 2 more things for you, actually. I'm gonna let you go.
No problem.
But is there anything you want to shout out? Any pages that we might not have thought of? I told the people in the room, make sure you go and follow, Breezy Dolls at Breezy Dolls on Instagram and Twitter. But is there, a website or anything that we might have missed that you definitely want people to check out?
You can go to LLIG. That's actually my last name, Gill, spelled backwards. So LLIGPRagency.com. Or Facebook is where you really can find me. The handle is Stacey with an EY, Boss Diamond Gill. And but everything else is Breezy now. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. But Facebook is where you mainly will find me at Stacey Boss Diamond Gill. And then real quick, I just want to send a shout out to everybody that helped make the movie A Promise That Was Broken a success. From the sponsors to the cast. I have to name the cast. Taylor Coleman, she used to be on that TV show Preacher's Daughters Preacher's Daughters a couple of years back. She's playing the lead role as Promise. Jay Cash, who was in the Hungriest Rapper show, he's playing her fiance as Legend. Derek So Icy Hayes from the Reawakening show is playing Hit, the producer. And then you got Ashley, who's playing Amari, which is Promise's best friend. And then you got Mama Net and Mama Elaine, who are played by Trinikia Black Heaven Franklin and Trail Alexander Outlaw. And then the 2 hosts are Paris Bueller with Bandcamp and Dion Mojo Brooks, the one to be on Instagram with the funny faces, Miss James. He's playing the host in there. So I just want to thank them, and Alvin with Dark Mirror Films, my assistants, Valerie and Dwayne, and everybody that has supported and sponsored for this movie. Thank you so much.
Man.
Right, no doubt.
Yes.
Shout out to y'all.
Yes. Once again.
Yes.
And shout out to my twin brother in LA that just gave us a heart emoji.
Brother, she's famous now.
All right. So before you go, one more thing. All right. One more thing, I promise.
Oh.
All right. Bay or the bag? Which one? Bay or the bag?
Hello. The bad connection. Oh, I'm gonna put that as question of the day today on my phone. Okay, is Bay husband or is Bay just a boyfriend? If he's just a boyfriend, it's about that bag. if he's Bay the husband, I love love. My brother used to say, I think you like the idea of being in love with love, but If it's just a boyfriend, somebody, it's that bag all day. But if it's a hubby, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Like we gonna make it no matter what. But how much is that bag though? How much bag is up in there? Is it 100 million? Like
Right.
We're gonna say it's a Shonda Rhimes bag.
Right.
Shonda Rhimes dump trucks.
I want that bag all day.
She's like, you have to come.
I'm gonna buy my love.
Hey, Prince said it best. Hey, money can't buy you love, but it can pay for the search.
Man, I can't stand you. You messed this whole interview up.
We gotta ask. You know? Hey.
See, she tried to get away.
She tried.
I did. You got me.
She was like, back to back chat.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. We'll be hitting you up some other time. All right.
All right. Later.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, damn.
All right, everybody. So that was Stacey, Miss Breezy, Gill.
Mm-hmm.
On the line with us. Yes. So
damn, whole interview.
We spent a lot of time with the interview. I gotta give a shout out. That was the first time we ever done that. But
wow.
Yeah. What can I say?
I thought it said 28 seconds. It was like, nope.
Just dropped off, so we lost IG for a minute, and we're bringing them back in.
I am so inspired right now. She just shut everything. She shut the whole game down. Like that is discipline on steroids.
Well, let's get into the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly because we spent a lot of time. But definitely shout out to Miss Breezy. Best of luck to you when we'll definitely got to stay in touch. All right.
Yes. So we're gonna run through these. Recently, Michael Bivins broke his silence on social media about some disappointing news. New Edition won't be going on tour anytime soon. Womp, 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 womp. Now it turns out that a new version of New Edition is going on tour as RBRM. Just like in the song Cool It Now, Ronnie DeVoe.
I got that part. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
Oh,
if I like the girl, who cares who you like?
Well, they are going on without their main vocalist, Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill. Clearly, this is a watered-down version of New Edition, and it will be very interesting if the group tackles some of those staple songs we're so used to hearing Ralph and Johnny knock out. Is this a lineup worth seeing?
It's basically Belle Biv DeVoe, in my opinion.
Pretty much.
With Bobby breathing on the side of the stage.
Right.
I like Bobby Brown, all right? Don't get me wrong, I like Bobby Brown. I know he's trying to get in shape. He's selling his herbs and spices. But every time I seen Bobby on stage with the rest of the group be breaking it down, dancing. And Bobby be on the stage with his hands on his knees.
Right.
Breathing, okay? So that's why I say it's basically Belle Biv DeVoe, all right? Now, I don't know if they're going to do what songs are they going to do besides Mr. Telephone Man? Because that was the only thing that they had, like, as that he could do that he led. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody else didn't really lead. It's all Ralph, basically, and then some Johnny Gill. So it'll be interesting to see them try to take on those songs.
Right. Well, we got a comment that says, I know, but my Ralph said they're brothers and they will work it out. We will see.
I think they will work it out. I mean, hey, they made it this far. Family fight. They get together. They figure out how to make deals. Same thing that happened recently. If y'all been watching the news, Public Enemy. Flavor Flav was suing Chuck D and the group for money, and that was dropped. So it's like they always go through little things like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, it's worth seeing, but it depends on how much of a ticket are we talking about.
Right.
Because how much would I pay to go see New Edition? Let's start from there. Like, what's a fair price y'all for New Edition? What would you pay? $40?
Yeah, what would you pay to see New Edition?
$40, $45.
Yeah, that's about the most I'm going.
You start straining, the strains start popping in about 45. It's like,
and then now that they don't have the staples, it's like
30, 35.
Yeah,
that's fair. $35. Just pick a nice big size venue. $35 general seating. People gonna come out there. People gonna come out anyway. But we just don't know what to expect out the group.
1,000. $1,000. They are our Beatles.
$1,000.
She said they are our Beatles.
Okay, I give her that. New Edition are they are our Beatles, but that's like
1,000?
the Beatles without Paul McCartney and John Lennon.
Right.
You got a drummer and a bass player or whatever.
Shoot, we said 45. She out here talking about 1,000. Girl, Beyonce taking.
I give you the respect for that. Okay, yeah.
Nah, I'm not paying no 1,000.
And Beyonce ain't charging that much.
You never know.
Beyonce or Jay on the run tour. Okay,
she might.
There's probably some seats out there.
She probably got some seats for.
You could probably come back and and be in the room and hang around the the deli tray or something. You probably can't talk to her for $1,000. You can see her around the deli tray or something backstage.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, Google Assistant will no longer bore people with the robotic female and male voice options. Okay, R&B singer John Legend is gonna be one of the new voices for Google Assistants. He will be one of the 6 new voices in Google's attempt to make their Google Assistant mimic human speech patterns more closely. In a tweet from Legend's wife, Chrissy Teigen, she said, I don't even need human John anymore. John quickly responded with, well, the Google Assistant doesn't do everything. But yeah, I think that's real cool that they're going to be doing that. And in fact, they should have more celebrities. And that's some shots fired to the to Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get some celebrities. That'd be kind of cool. You get Jay-Z over there. Could you imagine Jay-Z as like Alexa alarm clock? Wake up, it's your boy. You gotta go to work. I don't know. That's such a bad.
That was such
bad one, but you get what I'm trying to say.
I'm not
it'd be like the same voice. Hey, this is Flavor Flav.
Oh my gosh. So listen, graduating from college is typically
quick, before you do that, they gotta try to get Snoop, by the way. Somebody get Snoop Dogg. Okay. That would be interesting.
How would Snoop
and
sound?
He'll do it. Because he's doing everything right now.
How would Snoop sound?
Oh, it's gonna be real bad.
It's gonna be terrible.
Y'all looking on the live, she like bracing her face to like try to do this bad impersonation. She's like, how do I get into this character?
Wait. You gotta go to work for Sizzle Monday. That's so terrible. You know what? I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore. Moving on.
All right, go ahead.
So graduating from college is typically a wonderful, memorable moment to be cherished for a lifetime. For a few Black students at the University of Florida, crossing the stage will be nothing more than a stolen, joyous occasion by an overzealous faculty member. While students danced and celebrated across the stage, a faculty member grabbed, pushed, and shoved them off the stage. The treatment didn't go for all students. It seemed to apply only to the Black students, putting the students who were mistreated on alert. In a video of the graduation, you can see students representing the Black fraternities and sororities being rushed through as they attempted to do choreography representative of their organizations. The university president said they failed to create an atmosphere for all to celebrate equally, and they're investigating their commencement policy. As for the faculty member who pushed and shoved the graduating students off the stage, he is currently on paid leave. Really? So basically, he got a vacation with pay for shoving, pushing, and removing Black students off the stage. Though? Yes, I did. And I was very annoyed. I was like, really? Really? Since when can
like
people
the dean?
walk
I think the dean was like sitting right there.
Yes,
and then later on he made a statement or something talking about, yeah, this is terrible. It's just such a terrible thing. I'm like,
that's such a lie, right? You didn't stop him.
He was just out of the frame of the picture because when your name pops up,
right,
it's like that's your 5-10 seconds that you got.
Yeah,
right there. He just kind of just dived on him. Now the thing is, some of the Black students, they were like, white kids were doing, backflips and doing whatever they were doing. And I wanted to see some of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually see the difference, but I didn't find any video. So if y'all know where we can see that, I would love to see the comparison. On one hand, not knowing, because I never pledged Greek or anything like that and got into the fraternities, but not knowing, my first thought was like, this is a big moment.
Right.
this is a big moment. So should you really be like twerking and like, you know what I'm saying? At this time, you know what I mean? On your videotape, that's supposed to be like a staple for you, because I would imagine, hey, your kids are gonna see that. You know,
they want to.
But it was go ahead.
They want to celebrate. They went through 4+ years of dealing with school.
That's why I'm saying that though. That few moments. We talking about that 10 seconds. Do you dancing, or are you just gonna be like, hey, got my diploma or whatever, my degree.
I would dance.
You can do that.
I'm just saying,
you could definitely do that. But I'm just saying, hey, are we thinking about how that's gonna look? Because that could fall out of favor. You know how trends come and go. You know what I'm saying?
But so what? They're probably thinking of how it's gonna look. They want that to be that moment of seeing them dance across the stage. This is nothing new. This is not a new thing of people dancing across the stage. That is not new. So this dude got extra excited. It was just like, no, I can't stand these black students and their steps and all this.
Right. And black families, we show out at the graduation.
We show all the way out from elementary school all the way up to college.
Hey, because you know what? You got all that debt coming out, and you did all that work.
Listen,
you better.
I'll be going in
celebrate. I'm just saying, just on those few couple of seconds, I'm like, okay, do you? In the end, when you look back at it, let's say you were able to get away with, with doing the dance or whatever. I'm just saying, in the end, when you look back at it, are you going to be like, damn, I wish I had to just, you know what I mean?
I don't think so.
And just kind of, you know what I mean? And then did the whole thing off camera.
I mean, I get that, but I don't think so. Because in my head, I'm like, when I go back and watch that video 10 years from now, I want to feel that excitement.
Right.
And look at that and be like, yes.
I will say this.
So
part of the dance was a part of the black fraternity and sorority tradition. Now, the cutoff happened real fast. So I didn't really get to see like what the whole dance was. But if that's the case, if it's like that kind of a tradition, then okay, cool. For those who want to do it, all right. But you are going to, University of Florida, which is not an HBCU.
I don't care.
I'm not. I
know. I'm not saying it to you. I'm just saying.
Let me finish what I'm saying, because she's trying to make it sound like that's why they're putting you off the stage. Let me rewind to get the sentence all together.
Okay.
Because it's the University of Florida, is not a historically black college.
Okay.
So they don't understand that part of the black fraternity tradition, or at least won't respect it as much as an HBCU would.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Right. So for me, like my response to them acting like that, just because you don't understand something don't mean you should take away the moment from someone from how they walk across the stage, because that is not something new. A lot of students, black, white, Spanish, age, whatever it is, they do it. This is not a new thing. That man just did not like seeing them celebrate. Just like for the past few weeks, white people losing their minds. You can't sleep in a common dorm area, and they call the police, and the police is like, hey, are you a student here? She's like, I just opened my apartment door.
Right, she opened the apartment door with a key. That was crazy. And I think she also showed her ID, but then there was also something with the name. And they just kept investigating.
Come on, y'all.
I'm like, okay. After she done had a key and opened the door.
Right. Or the guy that was eating that ordered to eat at a restaurant, and the waiter comes over and was like, we're going to ask you to move. And they were like, no, we like the seat because we like the view. And they're like, well, no, we want to seat this regular customer. The regular customer was white.
Now, this is news to me.
Right. The regular customer was white. They were black. So they called the police on them. Because they didn't want to move to another table because they want to see a regular customer. Turns out that this guy was a well-known speaker that has done several conferences at that restaurant, millions of dollars.
The guy
that was asked to leave. Yes. Okay. Turns out that he was a well-known speaker, has done several conferences at that restaurant with a lot of money behind it. And they're like, oh, we're really sorry. And then the answer that they like to give is, we're going to have a listening session. We're going to have a meeting about this to talk about our policy.
The sensitive training.
The sensitivity training. What? If y'all don't take that and shove that somewhere.
Listen, you also got, there was another incident at Waffle House down in the South somewhere. I think Alabama or something. Please forgive me if I got it wrong, but black woman trying to get into the Waffle House. White folks is in there eating. I saw the video. White folks in there eating. The dude on the grill doing his thing, and the door was locked. So she's trying to open the door. All right. All of a sudden, white dude come up to the window, kind of, banging at the window, like kind of to say, "Get out of here." That's crazy. That right there, black folks, stop supporting Waffle House.
Are they trying? Right? Are they trying?
And I was a fan of Waffle House. Okay, not a big fan, but I was a fan of Waffle House. Okay, I like that sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich, and I like the eggs. Now Ellie don't like their eggs. She don't like the eggs.
I think the eggs okay. I just don't think. I don't get the big hoopla over Waffle House. They're not that great.
I think it's just like a quick, short cook kind of thing. Because it's not IHOP. It's not Denny's. It's Waffle House.
You have to add salt and pepper.
So and it's always open, but so is Denny's. All right.
Listen, y'all, if y'all not seeing what's happening right now, they are losing their minds. They do not like to see us happy. They don't like to see us celebrating, and they calling the cops on everything. I saw this meme.
You got the DJ Khaled thing. They don't want to see you.
Right. I saw this meme of a poster that was in the subway of the TV show or the movie, I think, Dear White People. And there was a white lady standing there with her hand on her hips. And then the meme was like, she trying to figure out a way how to call the cops. Like, listen, they need to calm all the way down because you're calling on stupid things. Just unnecessary. But you know what?
Do the cops mind going out on those stupid calls?
Obviously they do, because they come to arrest these people.
I mean, like, do they care? I mean, they come out. Obviously they show up because that's their job. But are they getting to the point where they're like, listen, ma'am.
Right.
Somebody, we got real emergencies out here. This is just some student sleeping in the lounge who probably fell asleep in their damn biology book or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
So So what the hell was I saying? So, man, please stop.
Yeah.
Calling and one more thing. Did you see the video about the black dude or the black family that was in the park trying to barbecue on the beach? Okay. Those of y'all that saw this, they were barbecuing in this park area. It was white lady. It's a video out right now. It happened a couple of days ago. White lady called the police and said they're not supposed to be barbecuing there with charcoal. And so she's on the phone and she's calling the police and they're like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm calling the police. You guys aren't supposed to be out here." And she's kind of going back and forth. And at one point, the woman who's holding the camera shows her something. I'm not sure what it is. And the woman takes it and puts it in her pocket. And she's like, "Hey, lady, give me my stuff back." The woman that was on the phone with the police, "Give me my stuff back." And she's like, "Okay, well, let me take a picture of it." And she's like, "No, you can't. I'm not letting you take a picture. Give me back my property." And she's like, "Don't shove me." And she's like backing up and she's like, "I'm gonna tell them you assaulted me." So the police show up. They separate them. Now, they're asking this woman questions. As soon as the cop showed up, she went right into crying.
Oh my God, the white people cry. They love doing it.
It was like, I was like, wow, y'all got to see this video.
Oh God, that just makes me want to slap them.
At the end of it all, the police were like, "Yo, they're allowed to barbecue here." Now, they weren't allowed to have charcoal, I guess, in this specific spot, which is what she was talking about. But what any business of it was of hers. Yeah. She wasted 45 minutes to an hour or more of her time worrying about, somebody using charcoal grills.
Did the lady get back her possession?
I guess she did. I don't know, but it was chopped up. but anyways, at the end of the day, they got to stay and do that thing.
Annoying. Gosh, they're like that little annoying ass kid, just calling for everything. Like, do y'all just stand there and just watch people and just wait for them to kind of do
waiting
for you to mess up so they can call the cops? Or, what? Man,
so
getting on my nerves.
Yeah, there's been another sex tape leak, by the way, from a cast member of the Love and Hip Hop show. In an alleged leaked video posted on Tierra Marie's Instagram page, she was seen performing a sex act. She was given an oral presentation, from what I understand on this tape, right?
You make it sound like it's a PowerPoint. She was given an oral presentation.
With different
slides.
That means, all right.
Yeah, wink.
Now, Now, it was on her boyfriend. Now, word is the singer reality star. She feels violated, of course. In retaliation, she allegedly went to her boyfriend, Akbar Abdul Ahad. Now, she believes that he put out the video. And she went to his apartment complex and destroyed 2 of his cars with a metal rod. All right. She believes he is responsible for the leak and was livid when he suggested on Instagram that she or her ex-boyfriend might have been the one to leak the X-rated video. Tierra wrote in response to to the hack, she said revenge porn is a crime in the state of California and that she's going to pursue this thing all the way to the fullness of justice. Right. All right. Do I think she leaked it? I don't know who might have put this out, but nobody really was talking about Tierra Marie.
Right.
All right. So this kind of puts her back in the news.
Pretty much.
I don't know how. I don't know how her boyfriend could have taken over her page or how her ex could have taken over her page. I mean, you had to give them the password or they took your phone or something. But even when you got the phone back, I mean, somebody like that is probably always on Instagram or on their social media. You would notice immediately like, yo, who put this up and take it down.
Is that like a thing now, though? Releasing sex tapes? I feel like I'm hearing about that constantly.
It's a thing. Ladies, if you're a black woman or a woman of color, you notice how the sex tape thing don't really work out for you. Lawrence Fishburne's daughter, shout out to her. That's probably somebody else too. It just don't work for y'all. Don't do it. It don't work. All right. The last one to get away with that is Kim Kardashian. All right. And after she done got through, I think they don't want to let anybody else through with that kind of strategy. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it is time to get unfaded on the box report.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. I made that bitch famous.
Go ahead and make her famous, LA.
So finding love on a first date is not impossible, but definitely rare. In this situation, after only one date, things got very unusual and dangerous. Jacqueline Claire Ades, a 31-year-old woman from Phoenix, found a match through a dating app and went out on a date. Apparently, the date went very well because she wouldn't leave the man alone. Jacqueline allegedly sent the man 65,000 text messages. Some threatening his life and others expressing a desire to wear his body parts as cover and cover herself in his blood. This woman went on like the female characters in the movies like Fatal Attraction or Obsessed. She broke into the man's house, showed up to his job unannounced and pretending to be his wife.
And that's straight out of a movie.
Okay. That really is like out of a movie.
Straight out of a movie.
I haven't seen it was coming. So this woman, in a statement, Jacqueline said, "I felt like I met my soulmate and everything was just the way it was. And I thought we would just do what everybody else did. And we just like get married and everything would be fine." This lady crazy.
It'd be fine if you would just marry me.
Right. So, Lord, I done lost my plans. So when you're finding love, not everything is perfect. This was a journey, and I want to apologize because nobody could never be more sorry. Jacqueline was arrested for stalking, harassment, and failure to appear. She is currently being held without bond, thank God. And she also stated that she regrets the amount of text messages and would leave the man alone if he wants me to. What?
Well, I mean, you got arrested. So I think that's a pretty clear sign.
Yeah.
That he don't want you to contact him anymore.
He don't want you talking to him. She said she wanted to wear his body parts.
And his blood. And
oh, God.
I would like to see a little bit of the sequence of these text messages. Like, how quickly did they get crazy?
And cover herself. Yeah, in his blood. What?
Like, how quickly did this thing, get out of hand? Like, how fast was it that she went to crazy? And what was the date like? I would love to get an interview with this dude, but I'm sure he would not If his name come out, I'm gonna try to get him to come on the show.
Like, you need to
I want
give
to
us.
know, man. Like, what the hell? Like, what happened on this date? Like, was it like you, like when you disappeared, when you talked about when you went to what was a Red Robin or some shit, and just
Right.
left the guy because he was like dirty.
He was dirty. Okay.
And then, you know, that's like him texting you 65,000
I
times.
would freak out.
And you know what? The cops would have been over right away after like 5 text messages. Okay, if it was like a dude, she
Yeah.
was able to load up and get to 65,000 texts
65,000.
before she got caught and taken in.
What
She had
is
some
wrong with you,
serious
lady?
love at first sight.
That's not love.
That's not love. Okay, right.
No.
But in her mind, it's love at first sight. She's like, hey, we'd be cool if you would just
That is
marry.
That's not even an infatuation. What is that? Like, that's what is that word? Someone that just
An obsession.
an obsession. That is an
Infatuation, even.
infatuation, though.
Not quite
Is
the
like
same, but
more
definitely an
on the
obsession.
nicer end. Yeah, she has a serious, destructive, weird, nasty obsession with this man that you can send him 65,000 texts. And I'm glad that
That's
this
some stalker
happened
shit.
because any other dude that knew her would be like, yo, shit, I was trying to talk to her too.
No, ain't nobody trying to talk to
No,
them.
I'm saying before. Because maybe they did know. I don't know. Maybe she was kind of
Maybe
weird.
she got some issues. Yeah.
Yeah, and she couldn't find anybody. And then finally this dude
Mhm.
said, ooh, I'll take you on a date.
All y'all ladies out here with y'all stalker stories. Oh, this dude was stalking me. It's like, yeah, it happened to men too. All right.
Dude had 65. Yeah.
Like the ladies say at church, it happens to men's too.
The men's.
Happens to men's.
I wonder
And
how he
mans.
felt though. Like, oh God, the 65,000 texts. I would be scared if I was the one getting texts like that. I would be very scared.
You know what it really 65,000 texts are scary enough, but where it really gets crazy is when she got beyond electronic communication. When she showed up to the job talking about, yo,
Ooh.
I'm his wife.
I'm telling you, that's like
That
the
was
movie.
probably the thing that got her arrested.
That's the movie. That's like
because he could just block her or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and which is probably what he did.
That's like the woman in the movie. Was it Obsessed with Beyonce?
Yes, that's Obsessed.
Like minus the marriage part. Like she was crazy. She showed up to the house. It's like, I'll babysit.
Right. It was another movie with the babysitter.
Yeah.
I can't remember with Taraji.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Y'all know the what's her name?
With Taraji Henson.
Right here.
Oh, Caramel.
Caramel.
Yes.
You know the name of the movie that Taraji was in with the young chick, and I forget who the guy was. I don't know if it was Idris Elba. But basically in the movie, she was like, "Yeah, it's cool. Do what you got to do." Like she was basically giving him permission to go and sleep with the chick to try to basically trap her to, keep her away from danger in the family and stuff. But yeah,
dang.
Only thing is, like in the movies, is not like the women don't look that good, and neither do the men. So, because if that was true, if that movie thing like was real, like the quality of man, the quality of woman was in real life, it'd be a whole lot of cheating going on. Right? It'd be a whole lot of cheating going on. Right?
Dang, I would be scared. But the part that's even weirder is that she was talking about wearing his body parts. Like that is beyond.
That reminds me of the movie Hostel. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, which I did not
where
see.
the chick she bathed herself in blood. You know where they would kidnap people. You know the movie in Hostel. They would kidnap people.
No.
And like fulfill like all these rich people fulfill their fantasy of murdering them. And one woman had a fantasy of basically bathing herself in people's blood.
That's her. She watched that movie several times. And she was like, ooh, I can do this for real. I'm telling you. She probably would have murdered this guy.
Because she kept turning her down.
She would have. She texted.
What did this man do?
She texted that she wanted to wear his body parts and bathing his blood. How else is that going to happen without you murdering the person? She was going to kill him.
I'm just wondering if we can get this dude. I'm kind of find out what his name.
Yeah, we gonna get you on the show.
And I just want to know, as Rob Cuba Gooding Jr. would say, did you shoplift the pootie, man? Did you shoplift the pootie? And she, you got her sprung, and she just lost her damn mind.
Oh,
we talking 65,000 texts showing up pretending to be a man's wife.
Showed up to the job.
Yeah, like that's some. Is that the kind of man that y'all ladies want to mess with if he really did give her the D? That you do that, you get that kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Ding dong.
That was perfect.
Right.
Ding dong.
That's how she showed up to the house.
Where's the
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Sorry, y'all.
So, anyways, y'all, great show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is the Unfaded Podcast,
Yes.
presented by Bandit Box, where we listen to you and ignore you all at the same time. You know what? I want y'all to go ahead and like, share, and follow Bandit Box on Twitter and Instagram at Bandit Box. That's BANDEDBOX. For more hip hop news and R&B, we got so much more coming for y'all. Y'all don't even understand in the next few weeks. Go to banditbox.com. That's BANDEDBOX.com.
And if you heard of any crazy stories, or if you need any kind of advice, relationship advice, job advice, whatever it is, please hit us up on the DM on Instagram, or send us an email to banditbox@gmail.com. We definitely want to talk about your stories on the show.
Exactly, especially when you get the
Ding dong.
So you can listen to the Unfaded Podcast, obviously on the live on Facebook, Instagram, and now on YouTube.
Yes.
But you can listen to it on the Stitcher app, iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, and very soon will be on iHeart. I'm working that out right now. But you can also listen to the show on the Bandit Box website. That's banditbox.com, BANDEDBOX.
And you can find me, the LA Bailey, on Facebook and Instagram at the LABAILEY. And make sure you go ahead and check out closet18.com. Again, we talked about them earlier for their motivational apparel, and use Bandit Box, BANDED, for 10% off the entire order and free shipping.
All right, and I am your host, Shay One. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Real Shay One. That's at The Real Shay One. Special shout out again to our very special guest, Stacey Gill, Miss Breezy. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's okay. All right, that's like a choir director. All right, y'all. So this was episode number 78. We will see you guys next week for episode number 79. Thank you so much. Peace.
Ding dong.
Eddie's here.
Hey.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us. Those of you on Facebook, I think I saw Christine. I don't know if you're still in the room. What's up, Christine? I know we were shutting down before you came in.
Yes. Thank you for joining us on this episode.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie popping in. Reggie, Christine, Koi. Thanks for joining us.
Myron.
I know it's Mother's Day. Shout out to Myron. Make sure you check out Big Time Sports with Myron. And shout out to Nicole, Queen Nicole.
Yes. And again, happy Mother's Day to the mothers that were in the room for taking some time to come in and listen from your day of celebrating motherhood, because let me tell you, it is a calling and a task and a job that, I mean, you cannot retire from. You really can't, but you have, so many years of instilling wisdom to those younger ones of yours. So kudos to you. Congratulations. Happy Mother's Day. I love you guys. Right. You always do catch us when we're off. You got to come on when we're on.
Who was that?
Christine. We going to shout you out, young lady. But next time, catch us. But at least you can go back and watch the playback. Happy Mother's Day again to everybody. We're about to be out.
Right. I hope you enjoyed the show, the few episodes that you did get to listen to, Christine. We haven't got your feedback in a while. Christine was the very first one. She was rocking with us from episode number 1. Like, you guys got to keep going.
I love her.
So I love that. I'll always remember that and appreciate that. I love you, Christine.
Will not forget. Remember we had on the show a couple times. Yeah.
And you could always come on. You can come back and kick it with us on an episode. Just let me know. Holla at us. Let me know what week you want to come on. We do it every Sunday. All right. All right, y'all. So that's it for the live. We will see all of y'all on the next live whenever we do it. At some point, we're gonna plan another show. At least I'm gonna be planning another show.
Yeah.
I don't know if LA is gonna be on it, so we'll see how she feel. But anyways, y'all, we'll see y'all later.
Bye. Mm-hmm.